Welcome to Miss Crouch's 5th grade math lesson on triangles. We will learn the different ways to classify triangles and learn how triangles can also be similar figures. The West Virginia CSOs we will cover are classify and compare triangles by their sides and angles, measure the angles of a triangle using a protractor. We will draw a similar figure using a scale given a real-world situation. We will construct and analyze three-dimensional shapes using properties. The learning objectives for the students are that they will be able to classify, compare, and measure triangles. Students will be able to draw similar figures, and students will be able to construct three-dimensional shapes. Before we can get into the lesson, we need to go over what exactly a triangle is. A triangle is a closed figure with only three sides. They can be classified by either their angles or their sides, and there are 6 types of triangles. The first 3 types of triangles are classified by their sides. An equilateral triangle, which is the yellow one, has 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles, which are always 60 degrees. An isosceles triangle, which is this picture in the middle, only have 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles. And in a scalene triangle, which is this one on the right, no sides or angles are equal. The second set of triangles are classified by their angles. A right triangle, which is this picture, is a triangle where one of the angles is always 90 degrees. An acute triangle, the picture in the middle, is a triangle where the angles are less than 90 degrees. And an obtuse triangle is a triangle that has one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. I am going to go over the first 2 problems on the worksheet with you as examples, and tomorrow we will complete the worksheet to show how well you understand these concepts. This first triangle on the worksheet is obvious to see that one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees, which we know makes it an obtuse triangle. And we can tell by measuring it that none of the sides are equal, so it then becomes a scalene obtuse triangle. The second triangle, we can tell that these angles are all equal using your protractor, which means that the sides also have to become equal, which makes it an equilateral acute triangle. You are to complete the rest of this worksheet on your own and bring it tomorrow for us to review. Triangles can also be similar figures, which means they have the same shape and angles with the same measurement. Similar figures have corresponding angles with the same measurement, and they also have corresponding sides which will be proportionate in length, but not exactly the same length. Similar figures are used to compare something you know the measurements of to something you don't know the measurements of, called indirect measurements. This slide shows 2 triangles that are similar figures. All 3 angles in the first triangle correspond to an equal angle in the second triangle. However, the sides are not the same length, but are proportionate in length. Let's try this problem. A tree casts a shadow of 10 feet. And a woman who is 5 feet tall casts a shadow of 4 feet. How tall is the tree? Well, we can start by noticing that 10, which is the tree's shadow, is 2.5 times the length of the woman's shadow. So if we want to make these triangles and assume they are similar figures, we would then take 5, multiply it by 2.5 to see how tall the tree is, which would give us a height 12.5 feet for the tree. Your assignment for tomorrow is to complete the rest of the worksheet that was given to you in class today so that we can all go over it tomorrow and review the concepts.